And just allowing yourself the first few moments to notice any sensations. You've just done leg lifts, probably your quads, sorry. Bring yourself into any posture that you're comfortable resting in for a while. Hands can place themselves onto the thighs or onto the knees or in the seat of the lap. Gently draw the shoulders back just to encourage a little bit more opening across the chest. And either lowering the gaze or closing the eyes down entirely. Just settling into the body, acknowledging the ankles, the knees. Acknowledging your hips. Tracing your way up through the vertebrae, sitting up as tall as you can, lifting up through the crown of the head. And then encouraging the shoulders to draw down away from the ears. Noticing both sides of the elbows and the hands. Becoming aware of the breath within the body. Without judging it, without trying to change it to begin with, just observing. In a moment to just be with your body, be with your breath, be with your thoughts. Practicing non-attachment. Parts of the 8 limbs of yoga. It took a while for my comprehension of this to grasp. Sadia kept practicing and talking about practicing non-attachment to anything. And I was somewhat confused as to how we could not attach to family, friends, loved ones. But in essence, it isn't about so much not attaching. It's learning to come from a place of being with yourself, regardless. Getting to a place of acknowledgement that to simply be, to be comfortable being with ourselves without expectation, without external stimuli, is enough. And therefore, everything else simply brings more joy, more love, more laughter, because it's no longer needed, it's deeply desired instead. To help us settle into that state, we're going to do 2 different types of breathing exercises, pranayama this morning. Prana is quite literally translated to life force. As you inhale, you draw in more life force in the form of nutrients, oxygen, and you're breathing in energy from around the world. Okay, so we've done one of these before. We've done Kapalabhati. So Kapalabhati is simply a really slow breath in, real expansion and almost distension of the belly. And then a forceful exhale through the nose by bringing the belly back towards the spine. So you're really trying to use the abdominals to conduct this form of breath work. We're going to do one round of that all together, and we're going to go for 12. I hope by now everyone is probably familiar with this. If you're not, by all means, just give me a quick wave and we'll go over it in a bit more detail. No, everyone's doing okay. Okay. On your 12th one, I'd like you to take a really deep breath in once you're finished. Hold it for a second, and as you exhale, bring the chin down towards the chest and just take a moment and a full breath cycle with the chin tucked, just because it can cause lightheadedness. Whenever you're ready, starting. And you're bringing the head back up. Okay. You have choices. If that is still something that you feel you're working on in terms of trying not to round into the lower back as you get that compression, by all means stick with this. And instead I'd like you to increase it to 12. If you feel like you're okay with Kapalabhati, we're going to move on to Vastrika, which is a forceful in and a forceful out. So we really create this wave with the abdominals, and it's just the abdominals pumping the air in and out. So you're probably not going to get the same volume of air in, or you're going to try, but the belly just won't descend as far because you're not concentrating on it as much. We're going to go for 20 of those. So you choose entirely which one fits better with you. If you're going for the second one, it really is quite fast, and you really are trying to use the stomach, so it is a really pumping with the abdominals. Whenever you've done, whether you're doing 12 of the former or whether you're doing 20 of the new one, I'd like you again to take a deep breath in, draw the chin down, and gently release all of the air out of the body, and then pause for a breath cycle. When you feel ready, taking a deep breath in, letting it out together, and then starting. And then gently bring the head up. So in previous weeks, once we've done that quite high intensity kind of rush of fresh blood in to wake us up slightly, so we simply don't sleep in meditation, we would do Nadi Shodhana to just balance both sides of the brain. Instead today, I really want you to turn inwards. So we're going to practice Brahmari breathing, which is where you're going to make a frame with your hands. It feels a bit odd the first time you do it. Basically, you're going to start with the thumbs. So thumbs will eventually, don't close them off quite yet, I'll try to hear me, push in to close off the ears. And then you're going to bring your middle finger, so middle finger comes between the eyebrows, ring finger comes underneath the nose, ideally to close off the senses of the nose. Little finger comes towards the mouth, indicative of closing off the sensation of being able to talk. And then your first finger simply rests on the forehead to help slow down and calm the mind. When you're ready, we're going to take a deep breath in. And then this time, we're going to basically push the thumbs in. And as you exhale, you're going to make a bee-like sound. With the ears closed, you should feel it kind of reverberate inside the mind. If it feels overwhelming, by all means stop at any point. I know the first few times I did it, I hated it. It felt way too intense. Up to you. We're going to go for 10, and then when you're done, draw the hands down for me, just so I know that you're ready. Taking a deep breath in together, open the mouth, let it out. Close off the ears and take a deep breath and off you go. Bringing the hands to somewhere that they can naturally come to rest again. And just taking a few moments here. Sit with the body, sit with the breath, and simply try to breathe. Noticing where the mind wandered away to as a tool. Notice if you perhaps catch yourself in thought and see if instead gently allow that thought to pass out of the mind without attaching, without creating a story around it. Acknowledging what it was, being with it. And it mouth. Take a really gentle smile. Remembering the deer always tells us that joy is our true nature. Whilst it might be our true nature, sometimes it's our choice to try and come back to it, to practice it, when it's not so easy. By simply changing the shape of the face, sometimes that's all we need to remind us. Slowly extend the hands out in front of you. Rub them together to generate some heat. Bring the fingers over the eyes. Blink the eyes open behind the hands. Spread the fingers to allow light back in slowly. And when you're ready, draw your hands down in front of heart center. Namaste. I hope you all have a lovely, lovely, lovely Wednesday.